J.K.L. Harris smells like syrupy waffles.
All right, welcome back to the Greatest Show. I'm J.K.L. Harris, and yeah, it's oh, why is this game capture not working?
And his name is John C.
Her name is Splash Cena, and she was first as well. Congratulations, Splash Cena. Am I sorry? Yes, actually, genuinely. DTN, obviously this is your story to tell. I don't have to tell it, but the long story short is, as well as being a fantastic dad and a great leader of Marines, DTN also is a sub teacher, and he got sucker punched last week while doing some teaching. He didn't get beat up, obviously. I don't know if you've seen this man, but I don't think it's possible to beat this man up. If it is, definitely not by an 8th grader, no matter how built the 8th grader is. But, still, it's not a good time. And I was sorry, very, very sorry to hear that story, because I know that's not what you want. That's not what you'd want for the kid. But like that's the most important part is like, man, woe the kid that thinks that they could beat that they could beat up DTN. Yeah. So just to read it out loud for anyone over in YouTube chat. Long story short, some kid got mad at me for confronting him, and then he waited until I was paying attention to drop 2 sucker punches at me. Then arm locked him and hip tossed him to the ground. Yep. Appropriate I wouldn't even call it elevation, but appropriate appropriate response to a thing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to. What have I done to fix my? There we go. Okay, minimizing my PlayStation capture and then maximizing it seems to be the thing that fixes when it goes black like that. I was gonna switch to this without cam as we're on the waiting screen, so you guys could watch these two small squads fight it out right here for whatever reason. But yes, glad to be here. Happy Monday, derogatory. Your well wishes and marine love feel a lot better now. I don't know if I was actually like I appreciate you saying that. I don't know how much better I actually made you feel, but like if I did, sweet. If I didn't, understandably so. You know, we have weird ways of making each other feel better, and I often worry that I'm actually not. And so every once in a while, when I do, you know, that's good. So yeah. Oh, and we had a raid from Faith, by the way. Splash, appreciate you saying you'd shout her out again. If you could do that, I would appreciate that. It was a good decision of like, hey, I'm shouting you out now during the ad, and I'll shout you out again later. So thank you for saying that, because that's a good idea. Please go check out Faith if you guys are not already checking her out. You know, on stream, not checking her out in other ways. Or do, I guess. I don't know. I'm not your boss, but please check out her streams. Really good content creator, really fun. Always a blast hanging out there. Always a blast breaking her bot and having her bot shout out something that isn't me. Yeah, don't look at her butt. Don't look at her butt. She's kindly asked that. Also, she never shows it, so that'd be really weird if you were looking at her butt. But yes. Sometimes controlled violence is the answer. And, I mean, honestly, arm lock and hip toss is like... That's less violence and more, hey, I need to get you on the ground so you don't try and sucker punch me a third time. And he keeps doing Big Faith while I'm stood up. Oh, okay. You know what? First of all, Sir Addy can do nothing wrong. But also, I know he didn't mean to do that. I feel like I know Addy well enough to know that he was trying to do a funny, not trying to, you know, do something weird. He's like me. We do enough weird things, so we don't need to purposely try it. Addy's just a menace, exactly. So we're back to Ghost of Yōtei. You know, the ghost game that we're playing for Halloween, because that's what you do on Halloween, is you play ghost games, right? We killed the Oni. So I think this area, well, I think we can now go back to Sensei Takahashi for the burning of Castle Ishikari. The Oni raiders are vulnerable. I should regroup with Sensei Takahashi's dojo in the White Deer Woodlands. Dia de los Muertos is today, isn't it? No, that was Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I think... I want to say, because there was a news story going around today about a mayor in Mexico who was killed on Dia de los Muertos. So it's, yeah, so over the weekend, the mayor was killed, and the story is referring to it as she was killed on in a Dia de los Muertos celebration. And so that made me think, maybe it's not just Saturday. So over the entire weekend makes sense as like a, well, shit. Just don't. Faith is streaking. 10 stream streak. Just don't look. My butt's hanging out. Look. And that round thing in your no, never mind. But thank you for the 10 stream streak. I'm Jake Taylor Harris, recovering Dia de los Muertos streamer. Sure. It's kind of a go night next day thing. Makes sense. Yeah, and what's wrong with turning a holiday into an all weekend affair? I'm as someone whose birthday is the day before a major American holiday. I'm very used to turning my birthday into an all weekend affair. So I appreciate when other holidays do the same thing. I should talk about this again real quick. Not that, if you're here, then you're on your stream streak, I'm assuming. But, you celebrated your birthday a day early one year. I mean, again, birthday being the day before a major American holiday, July 3rd. I'm not sure why I'm being coy. I've literally celebrated it on this stream multiple years. Yeah, I'm very used to celebrating on other days. Speaking of birthdays, though, 1 week from today is my other birthday, and arguably a far more important one because I also share it with DTN and with Taco Frenzy and with Primal and with many other people who've come by this chat. Marine Corps birthday is November 10th. On that day in 1775, the Continental Congress raised 2 battalions of Marines in an effort to fight against the British. And we celebrate that year every year as our birthday. We are turning 250 this year, which is a big deal. Unfortunately, and frustratingly for me, that big deal has been kind of used as it has been used and abused for entities outside the Marine Corps as a celebration thing, and for some very, very, including one very, very dangerous demonstration that thankfully Gavin Newsom shut down the 5 because there was damage. And so I will say, years past, I have shared the birthday message and watched the birthday message on stream. I recommend going and watching it. It is out this year already. I recommend going and watching it. John Bernthal, who is an actor, but has played a Marine on multiple occasions. Not just as Frank Castle as the Punisher, who was a Marine, but also he played one of John Bassilone's friends in the Pacific. There's a miniseries that came out on TNT in 2013 that I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that remembers. But I highly enjoyed it. And he was the main character in it, and he played a retired Master Gunnery Sergeant in it as well. So in my account, he's played a Marine 3 separate times. And I've always jokingly thought, damn, when are we making him an honorary Marine? Because he sure has played a Marine quite a few times. And he has narrated the birthday message this year, which I thought was very appropriate. And hats off to whoever at Headquarters Marine Corps also had shared my brain cell. Because he was in the Pacific, which came out before I got out. But other than that, his other 2 Marine roles came out well after I got out. So I've not had that conversation with someone in public affairs who would have had that discussion. So I'm glad to see that discussion is happening in other places of, man, this guy's played a Marine quite a few times. We should do something about that. So very good message. Commandant and Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps are in downpouring rain giving the message, which there's a part of you that wonders, did they plan that? And then the part of you is like, it doesn't matter. Very good. But also, given the current political climate, I don't feel like watching it on stream. Because again, I've already seen evidence that, our 250th birthday is getting co-opted by people who have never served in the Marine Corps. And that frustrates me. Oh, I didn't even see what that message was before Splash got rid of it. Hell yeah. Quick other note, Splash, I think you've probably entirely missed this. And also, I kind of want to talk about this because I didn't need to see. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the name and deciding, yep, good, I didn't see that. So 2 things. One, I got a raid. DTN raided me last week, and someone who wasn't with the raid who I thought was, but I just hadn't seen the name before. Their messages were being held because the system thought, hey, their account's new, they look like they're evading a ban. And they came in and started questioning whether or not I was a veteran. And after 3 messages, I ended up banning them. No one else saw the message. That's fine. Because, again, they were being held. I later went in to put a ban reason on them just to, like, because I was like, like, just to make sure, like, because you can put mod notes on people and, you know, especially when you ban them, it's good to have those in case, because, you know, this is someone who I don't care what they say later. If they come in requesting a ban appeal, I don't want it in there. Now, something I don't know what other creators need to know, but I feel like creators should know this, because I didn't know this until coming in. For some reason, when Twitch restricts your messages, so therefore only the streamer and mods can see it, it doesn't go to their message history. So, if you're a streamer or a mod, you can click on any person who's in chat, and you can look at all of their messages, and you can scroll back. Like, I'm clicking on Splash. It says she has 999 plus messages. She also has had 1 mod action because, you know, she got unruly. And I can look through all of her messages. For some reason, these restricted messages don't show in a person's message history. So now I'm really glad I put a message or a mod reason. I did. That's what it's saying. Yeah, it's 001. Warnings, timeouts, bans. What was this? On my birthday in 2019, I banned you at 9:29, and then I unbanned you at 9:30. I think I was drunk that night. I actually genuinely remember that night, in the sense that I remember that night, the next morning I woke up and was like, oh fuck, did I turn off my stream? Because Green Megs and Hoagie Sama came up and like made dinner for me, I want to say. Splash probably called you cute. True Stimidin. I don't remember that. I remember it because it would have been my only birthday in that place that I was living at the time. And yeah, and they came up for it, and I remember I ended up sleeping at Hoagie-sama's parents' house, and the next morning be like, oh shit, I turned off stream. I already do that? Bullshit. I would have banned you again. Anyway, Buster's already scratching his ear, which is my sign that I have been yapping too long. Let's go talk to Sensei Takahashi, because we got to do some side quests before we go do our main quests. Otherwise, Mim will come in here and call me a side quest enjoyer, or a main quest enjoyer, and I cannot have that. No. But I am not a main quest enjoyer. I have done a single main quest to stream, and it is already 20 minutes into stream. I'm gonna be a main quest enjoyer if I don't even do main quests. I heard that. Nope. Oop. Okay, I can do that on horseback. I played a lot of Horizon Forbidden West over the weekend, so I am already using the wrong controls, as I did all weekend in Horizon Forbidden West. So that's gonna be fun.
Hey, that's her.
Uh-oh.
Any last words on the all?
You can still run.
There's still time to run.
And go where? Our bounty's right here.
Alright, everyone's... I'm gonna keep pressing R1 as my attack, which is a problem. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll finally start using my R1s. No! Look. Cool. I check all that trash really get by like trash. Yeah, bad guys are dummies. True. They're like, yo, you have this huge bounty on your head, probably because you're a bad fighter. Like, gamer, what? I just killed the goddamn Oni, and you think you can take me on just because I played Horizon Forbidden West all weekend? Oh, someone's still alive. There you are. Hold on. Oh. Damn. I pressed the heal because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get spirit for killing him. And then he died on his own. Ooh, what's in here? Ooh. I definitely did that to crouch. Hello.
You ever see foxes playing with fireflies at night?
Yes.
They're like butterflies, too.
I saw one run off by a tree with red leaves. If I followed, I might have found their secrets.
I'll have to take a look myself.
Ooh, more foxes. Which means more side quests. We love that. Where was this? All the way down here? Yeah. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Oh. No time for discussion. We're just getting on the lap. Hi. Come here. He's so good at faking out now. This is like the third time he's done this today where he like got up, got on the desk, and looked at my lap, and then like he wanted on it and then didn't actually get on my lap. What's going on? Playing the Batman Arkham games until you random thug you run past, talk mad shit. Oprah despair. Oh, there we go. Oh, you want to show off the tail. I see. There we go. Good job, buddy. Good job. Yeah, a little bit of diarrhea over the weekend, so made sure to wash his bowls a little bit better this yesterday. And so far, so good. So far, so good. Flash says, hi, Buster. Oh, hey, buddy. There's thugs that admit how to be a thug at thug school. I mean, talking trash to the superhero and then getting your butt kicked by them. Oh, I missed a message in my YouTube chat. Main quest whore. True. I do like getting paid by main quests. Oh dear, Mim. I like how I can read messages in my YouTube chat and everyone in my Twitch chat knows who sent it. One day, someone's gonna come to my YouTube chat and just say a nice normal thing, and it's gonna confuse everyone. SMRT. Hey, sir. God. I really need to brush you, but I also enjoy that when I don't brush you, you know, that means there's a lot more hair for me to like scratch. That means he's a little more itchy and all that stuff because there's all that extra fur. And then I pet him, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's a spot, Dad." It's bad because I should just be brushing it out. But then I'm like, but I don't get these moments where I can then pet him and I'm the hero because I'm getting all this extra hair out. But no, I should be brushing you more. The fact you're enjoying this much means I should be brushing you more, not that they should be enjoying that you like this. But also, he's pretty cute. All right. Oh, we're actually really near that. Let's go do that. Oh my god. This poor guy. He's like, you stop petting me. What's going on? Not even in a how dare you, just like he just started looking at my hands like, huh? Like, you know how like there's kind of a difference between like cats and dogs, like when you stop petting them then they still want more pets. As dogs will kind of like look at you with the puppy eyes and they'll be a little upset and they're like, what did I do wrong to stop getting pets? And cats usually when they stop getting pets and they want more, they'll look at you like, what the fuck? How dare you? He was actually giving me the puppy eyes and looking around like, what did I do wrong? Oh. You did nothing wrong, buddy. Ever. Ever. Except for when you attack the blinds at night. We don't open the windows at night. There might be peeping toms. Peeping puppies. Alright, now he's giving me the what the fuck look because I stopped petting him. I've joked, like, in the past of, like, what I'm looking for in a relationship is someone to take pictures of Buster when he's being cute and I can't reach my phone. Now I'm realizing the other reason I need someone in my life to be in a relationship with is to babysit this poor boy when I'm streaming and can't pet him very well. Hydrate. Ooh. We're running to the bottom of the water in this. We might have to get up soon to refill the water, Buster. I don't know. Are we gonna be able to do that? Are we gonna be able to do that, buddy? I'll get him to maybe hydrate. Sip. No, like genuinely, I just had the. Oh, are you getting up? That was fast. You can be done though. Hey. Or are you just repositioning? You barely see his ear in the bottom. You showed off your ear. What's the part to pick up, Nathan? The lurking is upon us. Thank you for the lurk, DTN. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your story. You know, not by your own request, but thank you for doing it anyway. There we go. Got halfway through 2 days of utter insane business. Uh-oh. Busyness. Ah, okay. Alright. Next hydrate, I will go refresh my water. Because I really should. This isn't good.
The fox is trapped in the fire.
Fox trapped in the fire? How do we untrap
We'll
it?
get you out of here.
Oh, okay.
This way.
We saved the fox. question. I don't know if, like, this isn't like
The Oni burned my
me
home.
trying to call you out. This is actually being pedantic. Just because the topic got brought up. I don't know if busyness is actually a word. Like, I know what it's conveying, and I think it's one of those words that, like, if you say, everyone understands, but, like, I think if you're like, oh, are they spelled the same? Like, I don't think technically it is? Okay.
Fire's out. You can come through.
That is good to know.
Stay safe, little one.
All right, what do we get? Set off victories or an additional spirit per enemy killed. Busy quality or state. I guess my first thought is if I'm an editor and someone wrote that like in a news story, unless they were quoting someone, I would absolutely be like, nope, you're finding a different word. I don't care that it's technically a word. Because, like, that's the other tricky part with stuff like that is, like you'll find it a lot in the AP style guide where, yes, that is technically a word, but find a different way to say it. Which, honestly, like, is usually good advice. Of, like, there's a lot of words out there that it's like, if you're using that word, like, that's not a word people use in everyday conversation. You should probably find a word that we do use in everyday conversation, rather than trying to look smart. Because we're writing for readability, not for, not to sound smart. Like, absolutely use it in your... I have to give examples for the web. It's besides like Forbes, Hollywood Reporter, Refinery 20, and Parents. Yeah, well, so Forbes being the first, like, I know it's probably just a random order, but Forbes being the first, Forbes would have an editor. Now, there's where you're wrong. That was actually the third. So, quick note about Forbes. Because it is a very common misconception, and is actually, like, it's kind of a big deal, and so I do kind of want to pass this on, because it was something I learned at some point during COVID, because that's kind of when this became a huge issue. Forbes has a guest writer program that maybe at this point is fixed, because it has been a while since I've seen like any serious problems with the, like, well, although actually a lot of places that I would read their articles has stopped allowing their articles because of this. They have a guest writer program where where for a while at least, Harris is wearing a Twitch shirt. I have many Twitch shirts, but anyway, back to Forbes. The quality control on the guest writer articles is none, or at least this was true a while ago, and I haven't heard anything that sound like that's been changed. And so you'd have to, like, for every Forbes article, you'd have to like check, like, because there was some specific wording that they would use for like their contributor stuff, and it might just be contributor, but I don't remember exactly. But basically, like, the stuff that was getting submitted that they would just then like post was not going through any type of editor quality control, editor. I think it went through fact checking with a huge asterisk on it of like, just didn't have sources, not necessarily like, hey, we're gonna check those sources, or are those sources reputable enough that, like, basically anything you would expect out of an organization with as long a history of journalism as Forbes, and you could still expect on like stuff that was written by their writers, was not the case for like all these other things, which sucks because like at one point they were also like the only major news organization that was doing like gaming news, but then almost by some point in COVID, all of their gaming news was part of this program. So like the varying quality of their articles about gaming would like the quality varied incredibly, and there was no quality check on it whatsoever. And yeah, so yeah, long story short, the Forbes being on that list is like one of those things where it's what that actually means could be really meaningful, or it could mean nothing at all. And again, this isn't to like be like, how dare you use Forbes? It's one of those things of like, this is been an ongoing thing of like, hey, Forbes, like, this being an article from Forbes doesn't mean nearly as much as it did like a decade ago. Which again is why like a lot of subreddits, for instance, don't allow you to link to it anymore, because it's like 50-50 of if the article is actually like reliable, and the unreliable articles that were showing up on it were incredibly unreliable. Gave current articles. No. Again, it's not that. It's not that like again, the current articles thing is like, okay, but like, were they written by actual Forbes writers, or were they written by Forbes contributors? Because they're written by Forbes contributors, then there was no Associated Press or any style guide consideration given to it. Like, there's a very good chance there was no style guide consideration put to it.
Like the other one better.
But anyway, let's do some quests. Let's stop yapping about style guides and art and news sources.
Once the Oni Raiders fall, we will need new banners to fly over Ishikari.
Oh.
But we cannot decide on a replacement. They're just scraps of cloth.
They are symbols of hope, of unity. I prefer one that represents the people and their resilience.
What Ishikari Plain needs is change. The winds of this land symbolize that best.
Ooh, thank you for giving me time to think about this. I just like the design on the left more, like, I'll be honest. But if the symbol means something to the people, that's also incredibly important. Cannot be understated at all. Which kind of makes you want to go with the one on the right. What is a Windows shortcut to look up a word on a page? Control F. Find a word on page, or look up a word on page in a dictionary. I don't know. I'm assuming there is one for the second, but for the latter. But the former, to just find a word on page, Control F. Very, very useful tool. Especially in a day and age where Google will tell you that that all the words you search for are in the page you went to find, and then you're having trouble finding it. Or my personal favorite, and by personal favorite I mean absolutely frustrating how often this happens. Someone says some info and provides a source, and you click on the source, and the info that they says is in the source is nowhere in there. That one's the people are what's important. I'm gonna say the people are what's important because I love change and I'm a big believer in change. We need the people to buy into the change for the change to actually take hold. You can't like. Not. I also need change. Oh.
Sensei Takahashi is right. The people are what matter.
Then
Want to buy
the
more
choice is
figurines.
made.
You need a little more than
Fly our
change.
new banners as we push the raiders out of Ishikari Castle once and for all.
You're attacking the castle? You could have led with that.
Come.
I was curious and went down a rabbit hole and found the article quoted and is a contributor. And if he has a PhD, doesn't mean his grammar editing is on par. Look, learning, but I'm done. Well, again, I think it is. I think you're right that it is a legit word. It's more. My hang up is more
Destroy it.
how, like, would I personally, as an editor, have someone use that when, like, writing a story that's meant to be read by the general public? And I would say, no, find a way to rewrite it.
You'll need firepower.
It's probably grammatically
Then
correct.
it's a good
That would be
thing
my
to
guess
start
is it's grammatically correct. But
The Bohia will
You
be
mentioning that they have
positioned
PhD
to attack the main gate, but we're depending
does
on you
to me
keep
drive
the
home
raiders
that that's
out.
probably
Why me?
was. Hey, this
They
is a
won't
word
ignore the
that
woman who killed their beloved
is a
only
little bit fancy.
While
for
you
what I'm
have the
looking
raiders
for.
distracted, Ina and I will burn down the castle
And-
from the inside.
Helps
Just
reinforce
the
that
two
I'm
of you?
smart, which means I'm knowledgeable
Students
about the
will be with
topic.
us. The people of Ishikari Plain must see
which
that
isn't
we can
always a bad
stand
thing.
on our own.
You mean without Clan Matsumae?
This is our home, not theirs. Once you're in position, look for our signal.
Then unleash hell.
If you're a subject matter expert, it's good to make it clear you're a subject matter expert, in my opinion. There's
Sensei Takahashi and Ina should be in position.
I know there's some logical fallacies of
There's the
like,
signal.
hey, should I trust this person if
Time to get their attention.
if they're making these other mistakes. But I think the problem of, oh, it's a logical fallacy kind of... That's not a logical fallacy. What's the word? It's a fallacy for our, like, for arguments, and I'm blanking on what that actual word is.
That's right. Come and get me.
That's the thing, quote actually doesn't seem to be him using the word. It sounds sort of seems a good word to use, but the all of a sudden is weird. It's taken out of context of a greater article. Oh, kill the big guy. I don't want to hurt my guys. Ooh. Molotov. Hit the big guy. Ooh.
Lord Saito has lost his future seat of power.
The castle! Retreat! Ishikari Castle has fallen!
How?
They're running! Cut them down!
I was gonna say, how did they just get out like that when our guys were inside the wall? I literally cannot see who I'm fighting. There we go. Plot armor. Yeah. Ooh, big guy. And you're suffering. That way I can through. Oh, what's that? Turns out even though she's not from Blood of Lord's side, she still
Almost as beautiful
uses
as
title.
fireworks.
Your students fought well.
They have earned a good night's rest.
Rest? We need to celebrate.
You're right. Let us eat and drink.
So
Tomorrow, we rebuild.
yeah, he still is a lord. I get what you mean, and especially because Faith I think has a point, which is Atsu
My head.
doesn't have much respect for
Castle's still burning.
the like
Ina? Sensei Takahashi?
the societal norms of
Where is everyone?
Japan, like in the sense of like she has a distaste for samurai. She has no problem being a mercenary. Like she embraces being a mercenary and being out for herself in a society there's a little bit of collectivism going on, in the sense of like we're doing this all for the greater good.
We've only a few jars left.
We'll make do. The people needed a celebration like that.
I accept it as like it's society she grew up in, and like there's some things you just are hard to let go if you grow up in that society, and are socialized in that society, like for instance, when we first ran at Jubei, like even if she like doesn't like, she still like respects his title, even if she doesn't respect who he is, because, and I assume part of that is because like, hey, I know what I need to do to get by in this world, which is make sure you're not just treating it like nothing. I suspect there's an aspect of, hey, like yes, we're hearing her inner monologue, which I assume is like just a game thing of like she's not saying this out loud. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's an aspect of like, hey, I know that I still need to refer to him as Lord Saito, not just because that's how I've been raised, but also because, well, no, I was going to say because she knows she's going to need other people in this fight, but she really didn't think she's going to need other people in this fight. Oh, so it's because of how you say names at the end. Oh, that's true. That it's a translation thing. That like, because yeah, we're hearing the English version, but there is absolutely the default audio language is technically Japanese. It lets us set it to English very easily at the beginning of the game. It's not like I say it's the default, even though it's really easy to default to English. But I think you might be onto something that, like, to give it an example in America, if I ran into any senator in this country, regardless of how little respect I have for that senator, I'd still refer to them as senator. Like, and even in my head, like, I don't think of them as first name. I think of them as senator last name. And probably be like, to give a very, very, very easy example, I'm not out here being like, man, this fucker Mitch. I'm still like Senator McConnell. Because referring to someone without that efficacy is casual. It like, I'm assuming it's a little more complicated than just saying like Saito-san. Splash, I think you're the only person in chat that I could even ask that to, and even then, like, I would understand if you don't actually know. But like, I assume it'd feel unnatural Change my color, don't know how I vibe with it. Oh, yeah, because you're the same color as Splash. Which, you know, isn't a problem, but I can understand feeling like it's a problem. Where are we going?
She looks small.
Oh, we're following the trail of sake jars. All the hate for Splash. I'm not hating Splash. I'm saying, like, if you don't know, that's fine.
You look worse than death.
That was quite a night. You hungry?
Always.
Oh, Faith is hating on your color. Oh. I was wanting to set it to be a custom color for a while, honestly, but I couldn't decide. Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I think
So, what happens now?
Without the Oni or
when I did
Castle,
have Turbo, I
Raiders
set
would
it to
stop.
like a pink that you can't just have as a regular color, and I think my name's still that color.
Students and your family
Favorite
can
color? Let's
find
go. That's good.
Thank you, Atsu.
Don't let these banners be just for show.
Also, it was our
Just because
color.
the Oni's gone doesn't mean people can stop being resentful.
No, it was your color, and it was her color.
See you around.
I do have it as pink. But I don't know if it's defaulted to the pink that the only pink you're allowed to have without turbo, versus the pink that I had set it that was available only because I had turbo. Ooh, no, we gotta keep matching our armor. The Dodge. Oh, wait. Man, this is such a cool color, but it, like, way sticks out with ours. This probably also sticks out too much, but at least it's black. Why does it Why does it clip through the katanas? You would think that'd be, like, one of the first things they figured out. Nave has... Okay. Nave has his piss yellow from the turbo and doesn't pay for it anymore, so has to change back. Okay, so yeah, then that is normal, I guess. Oh, that's right. What is this? To match the red on the thing. I imagine that the only answer to my question is an AI response, though it is helpful. I mean, you know, as a certified AI hater, broken clocks and all that twice a day junk is genuinely right. Like, it's not that AI is going to always be wrong. Hell, honestly, they're going to be right more often than not. It's just when they're wrong, it's going to be hard to determine that they're wrong unless you're clicking through all the sources, and you should just be clicking through the sources anyway. Don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, the only honorific I know probably doesn't actually work for Lord, so that makes sense. Yeah, the only honorific I know, like, yeah, it's definitely far more casual than, like, what Lord implies. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the honorific I know is just, like, the equivalent of saying, like, Mr. or Mrs. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's the acquaintance, so yeah, it's not even close. Okay. I think I go up there and there's a painting I can do up there. I think that's what this is showing me.
I wonder what's up here.
Kunla-chan is. Okay. Oop. Yeah, Okay, there we go. Saisho is, it's like sensei? Okay. I see. Yeah, and sensei, I'm, you know, that one I'm aware of even before this game. This game is reaffirmed when you use sensei. And that is a title she uses, you know, that she has no problem using, which also it feels in character. Like, that's again a specific honorific, but also is specific to like teachers and stuff like that, and like
Watched over by the mountain.
whatever problem you have with like lords, and usually it stems from, you know, the fact that they're nobility, and a lot of the times their titles are inherited and not earned. Whereas it's really hard to be to achieve sensei status without having earned it. At least, again, my understanding, without having ever taken any Japanese, and having never been to the country, and all that stuff. Oop, go this way. Like how this game takes time to stop and admire. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima did the same thing as well. This minigame is a replacement of one where you would make haikus. And you were supposed to stop and take in the things around you to help create your haikus. This one feels a little more interactive. Yes and no. There's more to do with this one. But the haikus, though, you had a little more to take over, or a little more control over the outcome of it. They're both very cool. It's like when the Alliance talks about Darth Vader, you don't hear them going around Vader this, Vader that. Not they don't do some casual so you can also denote how the Empire says Lord Vader versus Darth, but it's still a side of respect, at least the power. Oh, yeah, no, But also, you do hear people in the rebellion just refer to him as Vader, which I think speaks to Faith's point of like surprising that Atsu still uses Lord, because depending on who you are in the rebellion, you either it genuinely makes sense that you have both, because within the rebellion in Star Wars, there's, I mean, as they say in Andor, it's actually a whole bunch of different factions. But one of the factions very much in Andor in the rebellion are people that want to return to the status quo. That want a return to what it was like before Palpatine became the Senate. And those are the type of people that would still absolutely be using titles because, like, hey, we want to return, like, and not even like as a we're consciously reinforcing this, just like they're, you know, they liked the structure beforehand, and to them the only problem with the Empire is that Palpatine took over, which, you know, definitely doesn't apply to modern day politics at all. I don't know why I would even bring that up. But and I say that as someone that, like, probably put a gun to my head and are like, hey, if you end up, you know, end up fighting the current regime, what are you pushing for? Are you pushing for a return to what it was like just a couple years ago, or are you returning, or do you want to go even further? I'd probably err more on the side of returning to what it was like than pushing further, unfortunately, with like one or two very specific exceptions. And I don't even think they're, I mean, depending on who you ask in this country, they're very, very, very radical or not radical at all. So that isn't necessarily attacking those kinds of people. But I'm, you know, also a military veteran, which not all veterans want just to are super respectful of honorifics and all that stuff, but I do find myself probably a little more of that than honestly I should be. What else I have respect for? People's time, and we have an ad starting in about 40 seconds. I've got some dishes that I need to put away, so that way I can actually like clean my kitchen. So I'm probably gonna knock that out in the next 3 minutes. Good to know. Okay, so let me run this ad because it's gonna run in 10 seconds. I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. All right, we're back. Water's refreshed. Some of the dishes were put away. Not all of them, but we'll get there. Okay. I don't know if there's anything left to do. Kiddos emptying your dishwasher. I mean, that's what I'm doing. got the stuff to make some soup tonight. Haven't made soup. It's, you know, before the summer started for hopefully obvious reasons. Petition she takes them out. Seems like a nice split of the duties. Duty. Guess we should go home. Yeah, let's go home. And then we do have a lot of side stuff we can do up here. So we can teleport up there. But I'm going to teleport this just because... First of all, I actually don't even know if we can ride back because this bridge got destroyed. Or they say for certain someone is no longer here. Yep. Anyway. Not anyway of like, I'm trying to ignore what you're saying. Like, totally, totally understand. Yeah, someone else doesn't ever help with the dishes either. Or helps pay rent. Doesn't even clean up his own messes. Does clean himself, though. Luckily, he's cute. No, I knew that. I had to remind myself of, hopefully what I'm saying isn't, hopefully to remind myself of, hey, don't be dismissive. What is this gallery thing? I can click that. Oh, do I get to see the paintings? Oh, I get to see the paintings. Oh. I remember the dragonfly one. I don't know if I remember the one on the top right. I think I remember that one. I don't remember doing this crane. But it looks like what I would have done. I remember doing the guy. I remember doing that tree. That's cool. I'm putting up all the paintings I did on my fridge. Upgrade the Sadachi. Subtle but nice. Yeah. If anything, I wish it was a little less subtle. Hi, sir. Are you back? No, you're just gonna lie down somewhere? Where are you gonna lie down? Never left. Why? Oh my god, I have so many sirs in my that I talk to. And by so many, I or no? Here. If I give you the brain cell, we'll help you decide where you're going. No, it won't. I tried. Where are you going? You're goofy, you know that? Plan is for eggs and hash browns tonight. Nice. Buddy, please can I help you? There we go. Showing your butthole? This isn't the OF stream or the Only Buster stream. What? Excuse me, sir. That was my hand. That was my hand you were biting. What? Yeah, excuse you. Mim, stop biting me. Wait until we're off stream. Never. Shit. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, gun parts, shinobi steel. All right. So we still need shinobi steel for a couple of things. That's not what I was hoping for. Home doesn't look like there's anything else to do here. I guess we can teleport here. Let's travel to the gift altar. We'll start there. Taro's shop of prime scavenged goods has new wares for Atsu's vengeful spirit. Find me west of Ohara Plains. Even a ghost needs some help from time to time. I guess this is an altar, so I pray that you haunt those Yōtei 6 bastards, and none of the dead I have scavenged haunt me. Does Taro have a thing here? Yeah, whatever. Do you have anything for me?
No bounty, no reward, my friend.
Guess not. And there's nothing on the board.
People use a kusarigama without hurting themselves.
Very carefully.
These are metal. I can work with any armor.
Do you have anything that I care about? No. Because I'm... Not to be boring, I really like the armor I have.
Come back for tea sometime.
What you need, I might have, traveler.
I don't think you have anything
If
new.
you're interested.
No.
Take care.
This guy had some stuff.
These maps took a lot of work, so be careful with them, yes?
Yes.
I almost got killed charting these new maps. Just keep it to yourself.
Ooh, favors the green of nature.
And
A
there she
new dye merchant. That's cool. Where is this? The fuck? Huh? Where the fuck is this? Is this... No. Oh, there is... I'm very confused. Oh, it's like right here. There we go. This is going to be somewhere over here to the right, like here. And this is going to be up here. Okay. Well, let's do the hot spring first. Got a new recipe I want to try. It's pumpkin-based baked oats with white chocolate. Ooh. Does sound good. Anything else for me to do here? Gambling and the armor, right? Yep. That's it. We're not going gambling. Frank's got to show up if he wants me to do gambling. Them's the rules. I don't make them. And you might say to yourself, but Ben, didn't you just make that rule? To which I respond, them's the rules. Let's go gambling. Ooh. Oh, I need to go back to all these. Play a song to reconnect with body and soul before entering the waters. Nature will apply with a galloping melody. Oh. Okay. Which song is this? Oh, it's the only one I'm allowed to play. Atsu's song? Is that all I needed to do? Reflect on a hot meal.
It's like slipping into a bowl of soup.
Ooh.
Boiled radish.
The galloping melody. I think that's our sign that we did it right.
And plenty of salmon. You need to eat something, Atsu.
Have I ever done a salmon soup? I don't know if I've ever had a salmon soup. Sounds good, though. We'll not talk about how expensive that probably is, but... Okay, so... What did the galloping let me do? The note is gone, which makes you think I did it right. Ugh, we're gonna have to go back to a bunch of these. Just to make sure I did them right. There was quite a few that I didn't even realize that, like, I'd read the note and then didn't do anything about it. Because no one has ever accused me of being smart. Which isn't actually true. I've been accused of being smart way more than I feel comfortable admitting to. And I'm always, like... Back in high school, I was always, like, you know... Always was like, yeah, I am. And now I'm like... I feel like I've tricked people. And that's not a, please call me smart. That's a, like, genuinely, I feel like I've tricked people. Please don't call me smart right now. Where am I going? Are we going... What am I going to? I guess to the tree. Oh. Fighting someone here, right? Yeah, I'm fighting someone here. That's fine. I'm okay with fighting someone right now. Easy.
Atsu!
Oh.
Welcome to my humble shop.
No.
It's... nice.
It's a rock and a fire, but we all have to start somewhere.
Why set up here?
I need an easy place to spot for weary travelers. Stop making a
I hate
name
the
for
fact
myself.
that because I was smart in
Or
school,
to
picked up stuff
attract
fast, whatever.
unwanted
No one
attention.
thought I needed to learn how to
You're
study.
the one with a bounty, my friend.
I didn't think I needed to
I'm
learn how to
sure
study.
Everything will be just fine.
Because I was good at tests. So, obviously that meant I knew how to study, right?
Is that the same armor you gave me?
Most likely.
Ah, you little...
Let's break the... Oop, oop. No. I want it. No, I want this guy. I want to fight the guy whose stuff I counter right now. Ooh. Alright, Odachi time. Was that it? I thought there was one more. Ah, there is. Hello, bow guy. Where are you going? Why are you running? Well, actually, never mind. I know why you're running. Oh! You do not have a katana. Ooh, that's sucked for me. Oh. I haven't seen that move.
I surrender. You are going to regret this. That worm isn't even human. He spends his day digging through corpses.
How about you focus on me instead? Go back to wherever you came from. No one bothers this kid again, or I will gut you myself.
You know what? That idea seemed cooler in my head.
You heard her?
Yes!
That was incredible.
You gave me stolen armor.
Is it really stealing if you do it to someone no one likes?
Yes.
Look, I'm not the one killing innocent people and leaving their corpses behind to burn under the sun. If anyone should be ashamed, it's Saito and his stupid lackeys.
You're right. We've all done things to survive.
People just like having someone to look down on.
Let them. You know who you are.
Thanks. My merchandise is primed and ready. Care
All
to
right.
see the new merchandise I've gathered?
Armor dies. Man, these look sweet. Only I like
Knew you'd like
the
that.
armor that they were attached to. Ooh, Oni's Flame. Sure, we'll upgrade this.
Oh, a solid deal.
Works for me.
I see you around.
Okay, that's right. The first map we got was for the thing he was offering. Okay, kind of want, while I'm thinking about it, I do want to go and check on these hot springs that I went to and then didn't do properly. Oh, yeah. Problem is, I'm assuming all of the hot springs I've done, regardless of if I've done the extra thing, show up as completed. So I feel like I'm going to have to go back to every single one just to see if I did the extra thing. Any I can see. I'm not seeing. Why am I not seeing them? Whatever. We'll go to this one. There's no note here, which hopefully means I did the thing. Hello, Black Fox. Did we boop the snoot? I think we just booped the snoot. I'm curious about something. Where is that wind taking me? Wild Clearing Hot Springs. So that's where I am now. Sure.
Don't be shy.
I can just have the brain cell if you don't want to share. But what about Buster? Buster deserves a brain cell too.
It's some kind of monster!
Right, sweet. We just refreshed our spirit. I love when we get to refresh our spirit. Buster can have first dibs. Here, you can have first dibs, buddy. He's like, I already had first dibs. I don't know why you're telling me this. You always had first dibs. Don't you worry, buddy. Although, I hate to tell you this, Lester. If you have first dibs on it, you have to also be using it. Ooh, does it dynamically update with the direction we have to take? Hydrate. Ooh, yes, I should do that. Without disturbing Buster. Thank you for the hydrate. Make sure to run through flowers, get the speed burst. Ooh. I'm off to shower. Something without me? Always without me is the appropriate answer to that. Speaking of that, man, I've done that response before. I swear I did not actually realize that was a common thing that people did as a response to the I'm gonna go shower without me. Like, I genuinely did not realize it was a common thing, and apparently a very hated thing, and I want to apologize as someone who's used that before. I did not realize how original that was, and, you know, probably not pleasant to have as a response. And, yeah. Only Nate gets to scrub my back. Oh, well. Where is this wind taking? You know what? This wind's probably taking me up to, where we fight the next member of the Yōtei 6. Oh yeah, man, this is deep. And it really does look like it's taking me that way. Give me that fish. That's why the bears all want me. I have so much fish on me. The bears are upset I'm not sharing with them. It all makes so much sense. If a stranger said it, I'd be upset. I know you aren't saying it in a weird way, like Addy, you want to be a menace to society. Exactly. Although, I have said it unironically to people. Well, a little bit ironically because, you know, we weren't... If I could text them, are you showering without me, then obviously we're not in the same place. But, oh yeah, this is taking a
Candles?
Oh. What the hell? Why did it force dismount me? Well, can I loot? I can't loot the flowers. Oh, I can. I can just look at this side.
That's far enough.
Ooh.
I didn't think you'd come. You never were one to honor your commitments.
You're confusing me with someone else.
How dare you? Damn it!
Uh-oh.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to go off yet.
Who are you?
Don't be coy. You promised me a duel for Kaori's hand. So here I am.
We're fighting over a woman?
We're fighting over the right to have a life here. We both know what we lost in the war, why we escaped to Ezo.
You know what?
Still not ringing any bells.
Sure.
Why, I am your greatest rival. Your greatest... I am... Oh, stupid thing, why is it not working? Great. Moment ruined.
Where does waifu?
Where did you get those smoke bombs?
I don't know, but we're fighting him for her.
None of your damn business.
If you want a duel, you're about to get one.
Enough. Clearly, Kaori's honor means nothing to you.
She's all yours.
I promise I will make her happier than you ever could. But I won't leave you with nothing.
I doubt that.
I give you my sword, Saya.
What?
I won't be needing it anymore.
Huh?
My life belongs to Kaori now.
Huh? I don't get to...
Will never
Damn.
see me again. I can't see a damn thing.
Hey, 4 times the charm. Where's the Saya? Okay. Boom boom. What's a wolf man? Not my favorite one we've unlocked, but still a cool one. The one we're using works too well with our outfit. Well, I'm committed. We've got a hot springs to get to. Hold on. It's not just this, is it? No. This is a shrine. So dude was whacked, got it. I mean, everyone here... well, not everyone. A lot of the people here are kind of, characters. Smoking too much of his bombs. Smoking too much something. Do we just drop down? What is it? Oh, there was something up there to jump to. Rope onto this. Ooh, and then we jump to that. We don't slide down. There's another swing. Jumping puzzles. To be fair, that has been a thing in a lot of this game, and that's okay. They're almost always very forgiving jumping puzzles, which are my personal favorite because I'm bad at jumping puzzles. My favorite when it comes to jumping puzzles are when there's items at the places you want to jump, so you know where you're supposed to go because you just follow the items. Guild Wars 2 had some stupidly crazy jumping puzzles. I don't know if I ever played Guild Wars 2. I played Guild Wars 1. Not a whole lot. I definitely didn't get to like endgame content. Not enough to remember what types of characters I played. Probably played a tank because I know me. I play tanks in MMORPGs. I say that. I actually played a DPS in Rift. Does anyone remember that game? Ooh. I haven't seen this yet. That's cool. as part of a jumping puzzle. I've obviously seen this whole thing. Yep, I remember that one. Honestly, like, that one, I don't know if at this point probably Final Fantasy XIV's had more of an effect on World of Warcraft than any other MMO, but I'd say for a while Rift held that distinction, because it wasn't until that game came out that like WoW really leaned into like dynamic events in their world, and like it was very clear that I was heavily inspired by Rift's systems. For those that don't know, Rift is I have no idea if it's still around. I would wager probably not, but at one point was an MMORPG. Was okay. Where one of their big things were, like in the world, there's these rifts that enemies would come through, and you would have to like defeat the rift and stuff, and you usually needed a group to do it, or at least a bunch of people around. SWTOR's had more staying power. SWTOR is still around, right? You get to do the story campaigns for like without, or at least get to do the each leveling campaign without even having to pay for it, which is also pretty cool. Rift, I feel like Rift lasted. I guess maybe I don't know what your definition of didn't last that long is. I feel like if anything, if an MMORPG lasts longer than a year, then that's something. Obviously, WoW being around for fucking 20 years is incredible and a huge anomaly. And wait, what's the best way back? Do I just swim? Or do I just fast travel? Let's just fast travel. But I feel like Rift was around for at least a year.
Some of Ezo has been quite pleasing to chart.
Because I remember at one point looking it up,
Any
because I
map
was
with my
interested
tag?
in the
Why
shaman
not
in
take
it.
a look yourself? Can't say no, can I?
Wait, Rift lasted about 8 years? Oh, that's incredible.
Put it away, quickly.
Wait. What do you mean it didn't last that long? What would you say is that long for an MMO? March 2011 to 2019? That...
If I were a foreigner, I wouldn't be messing with the wolves.
Huh. Oh. Or is that longer than you thought? And that's why... and which is understandable, if that's the case and why you said that. No. Over here. There we go. Oh, damn it. This changes where I'm headed. That's fine. What? Who? Who am I about to murder to make an example of? You up here? Oh, it's longer than you expected? Okay. That's incredibly fair. Ooh. No, no.
Face me!
charm has been upgraded. Hell yeah. Damn it. Ew. I'm trying to fucking roll and... Ooh. Damn, that's crazy. Anyway, let's break this guy's shield. Are you kidding me? You all... Wait, what? Who the fuck are you? Oh, you have a shield as well? Oof. Why wasn't it showing his parry meter? In early 2012, it had a free-to-play model, but discontinued its sub-fee in 2013. Also had a mobile spin-off. Yeah, I remember when it went, you could do free-to-play. Like, I played it for maybe the first month it came out, and then realized, not my thing. And then came back later and realized it still wasn't my thing, but at least I got to do it for free. I mean, like, well done game. Just, when I say it wasn't my thing, I mean, I didn't find a group of people to play it with. And as I found playing WoW recently, that is the trick with an MMO, is you need to find people to play with, enjoy playing with those people, or it's easy to lose interest in any MMO. But also, it looks like you can still play, but it's weird. Oh, interesting. Is it official? If it's, hey, they took down the servers, but whoever holds the copyright is also like, yeah, unofficial servers are fine, I would still say it was a game, even if they're cool about it, which I hope they are. That would be nice if they're like. Ooh, so when we counter the disarms, we disarm them? Oh, hell yeah. But I'm curious what you mean by you can still play, but it's weird. Let's do the musician thing. This looks a little further away, so we'll ride to it. Excuse me. Oh, except I can climb up. I'm a duck. Look, I don't want to talk about it. So the Trine sold to another company, and the new company disbanded. Trine last chance for characters from Rift Prime was to Rift Life. But Rift Life, it just goes to trying worlds. It's full of play now recent patch notes of June. Oh! If there's patch notes in June, then that sounds still playable. Rift Live, okay. Rift Live, Rift Life. Huh. Yeah, I haven't heard about anyone playing that game in a while. One of the things that I'd say was less what I remember this from like 2013 probably. One of the things about WoW or WoW like class design is so in MMOs, you rotate, like you have a bunch of abilities, and there's usually a like what's called a rotation. It's like an order of the abilities that you should be hitting to do like ideal amount of damage, and the MMOs have been pretty successful. So like your WoWs, I think Final Fantasy XIV is the same way as well. Like for its more interesting classes, but maybe not all of them, or jobs. Is the rotation isn't fixed. There'll be things will proc. So like you'll have like abilities will sometimes do these extra things, and they'll change what the next button you should press is. And the reason that's good to have is like, so like original WoW, there was, you know, your frost mages would probably just be pressing frostbolt on rotation. Like if your frostbolt's on 1, your entire combat, like your entire keyboard log would look like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. And if that sounds boring, that's because it is boring. Now frostbolt or frostmage on WoW Live looks like you frostbolt. Well, you build up your charges of your ice lance, and then you build up every once in a while you get a proc or ice fingers, and every once in a while you get a proc where your ice lance, which is a button you can always press, but you don't want to press it if your enemy's not frozen. But you'll get a proc that lets you press ice lance like your enemy is frozen, and you want to press it then because, like, you know, it does a little more damage than pressing frostbolt again. And then you'll sometimes get procs that if you build up enough fingers of frost, then you get to cast, oh my god, Glacial Shard, I think its ability is called, and it's this big, beefy ice shard that you blast at someone. It does a ton of damage. It is sweet. And then there's a couple other procs that you kind of like want to manage as well, and it's a lot more dynamic, and a lot more fun because you don't just mindlessly press rotation. You're like, you have to think about your rotation as you're also moving, because like there's gonna be stuff on the ground, there's other mechanics to handle, all that stuff. And that's kind of become the class design or character class design that a bunch of MMOs have done. And it's been known, hey, you want to have at least a little bit of that for a while now. And even in 2013, I remember looking up, I think it was the Shaman build, and it was like, literally you would just macro this rotation. And by macro, I mean like you'd write this script, for lack of a better word, and then put it on one button, and it would be like a cast rotation thing. And it went through, like, you had a bunch of buttons that you could press as Shaman, but you always did it in the same fixed order. And it was this like cast rotation that went through like 20 buttons, I want to say. But if you press that, you were doing the ideal amount of damage every single time. And I just remember being like, well, that sucks. Like, what's the point of playing this class if like you're the best damage you could be doing, you just literally put into a rotation macro? And take the, like, one of the interesting things about Rift was like, you could combine all of these, like, you could combine a bunch of different classes together, and there was like, was it 2 or 3? I think it might have been 2, but it could have been 3. But basically, like, there's a whole bunch of classes, but you also got to mix and match their talent trees. And so, like, you had access to all these combinations, which sounded really cool in concept, but then, like, you know, people talk about video games being solved these days, and, like, but back in 2013, like, it was this solvable, and it was just like, damn, for all this talk of, like, I get to do all this cool stuff and, like, have all these choices in my tree, like, it wasn't even like, oh, the ideal DPS was, like, this thing I had to practice. Because, like, in WoW, like, the damage rotation I was just talking about for Frost Mage, like, there's a couple of decisions you usually have to make. Like, what happens if you get your Ice Lance and your Glacial Shard at the same time? Like, which one do you press? Harris, pick a skin for me to get. Venom, Peni, Classic Wolverine, or White Magic. Wow. I can't believe you would consider the white skin. Oh, man. Dude, Classic Wolverine, like, Venom, Penny. Not Peni, like penis. Venom, Penny, or Classic Wolverine is what the choices are for me. I do love me some Penny skins, but Classic Wolverine, right? Like, you gotta go for Classic Wolverine. I also kind of think the Venom skins are a little overdone, but Classic Wolverine is just so good. Anyway.
Having trouble?
Oh, you're here. I'm trying to compose a song. I was hoping
more symbiotes.
By the time you arrived.
There's obviously people that's all they want, and you know, I'm happy for them. Sort of. I understand they exist, and so therefore good for them. But also,
you never have to hide from your shamisen. Is it the same for the tonkori?
It is.
Then why don't we try playing together?
Ooh.
Our music is about finding a flow that does not end.
I can hear it.
The problem I remember with Rift Trees.
I was too. Desperate to prove I was good enough to a chopper.
I'll read it when
he taught me everything I know.
The musician's done. The problem I remember with Rift Trees is right when Blizzard was updating as so many people were complaining about, well, taking 5% damage boost to my tree is boring when I want to take this other thing, and Rift had quite a few of those types of things. Yeah, so they had the big skill trees, which I think you're right. That's about the time that Blizzard was moving away from those. Which I do think was the right decision at the time. And I think you're right that that maybe that was another problem for Rift, was like, because obviously there were people who still like those trees, and I think those people did go to Rift, but it was very clear that, you know, there were problems with it, and that's maybe another reason they didn't get the same staying power. Of course, now WoW's back to those big skill trees, but they're a little bit better about it. There's less of those nodes where it's like you put 5 points into it, and like there is no node that you can put 5 points into in the new skill trees, which is incredibly thankful. And there are some nodes where it's like you put 1-2 points into it and it just gives something a damage boost. But most of them are, hey, this thing now gets better. Usually 2% damage to a specific ability. I'd say the bigger thing now, although they are moving away from this in Midnight, which is the next expansion, is a lot of them are like, oh, well, if you press this button after this button, it does more. Now, one of the reasons they're moving away from that in Midnight is like, right now the big problem with WoW is if you just look at any ability, you're like, oh, cool, it does this little amount of healing whenever I press this button, for instance. Because this is actually a really big problem with healing right now, is like, you'll just look at ability and you're like, oh, like, Mistweaver monk, the healing monk is one of the poster childs for this. You look at like healing ability and you're like, okay, this does a tiny amount of healing. Why would I ever press this button? But the trick is, so and there's these you don't need to do this, but there are add-ons that like are like, hey, we're gonna actually show you all the things that modify this, because it doesn't actually show in the tooltip. And there's specifically there's specifically this spell called Renewing Mist, which puts this small heal over time on one of your allies. If you mouse over it once you have that add-on, you see a much different story, which is, oh, the spell also like gets much better after this ability happens, and if you use it with this proc, it's this much better, and if you have this on something when you do this other spell, then that other spell heals more. And you start to realize, oh fuck, this thing that looks like it's useless is actually like the most important spell I should be ever pressing, and should be on cooldown at all times, and should always be out as many people. And it's a big problem in WoW in current expansion, where if you don't know how all these things interact, you're potentially missing out on like, I don't think it's hyperbolic where there's classes where you're just doing 1% of the healing or damage you could be doing because you don't know how these things interact with each other. Yassarian, who occasionally stops by the stream and has been on the stream before, was playing Holy Paladin. And I remember playing with him and going into it. I think it wasn't a dungeon; it was a delve, which is another small person content, and I was out healing him as like a tank, which like there's probably situations where it's supposed to happen, but we were dying, which in those situations that's not supposed to happen. And I was like trying to figure out what he was doing wrong, and I was trying to do it in a nice way, like not accusing, like, and so I ended up like leveling my Holy Paladin and trying to figure it out. And that's when I learned, like, oh shit, like there's all these things you need to be doing, and he wasn't doing any of them. He was pressing healing spells, which, you know, you would think you're a healer, you press healing spells, you're good. But Holy Paladin also want to be pressing their melee attack. They have a couple different melee abilities, and those empower their healing spells or apply a damage reduction on the, like, that makes the enemy deal less damage and all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, yeah, if you like, if I didn't do all this, I wouldn't have known what he was doing wrong. All right, we got to do this because we got an ad coming up soon. There's a lot of that in Ellie Shaman. Really?
There was another who wished to learn from Achapo.
As soon as you want, yeah, we might as well snooze.
So Achapo broke mine as punishment.
You know what's funny is Enhance also had a bunch of that, but luckily Enhance would also be like, oh shit, this procced, so we're gonna light this ability up. And you'd have like 4 different abilities lit up, but the trick with Enhance was, as long as you pressed any of them on like on your GCD, like you were still gonna be doing a buttload of damage. Which Retribution Paladin apparently was also like that, where there was always like 2 or 3 buttons you could be pressing, but even if you pressed the wrong one, you were probably like I think was the poster child of like you were only like a few percentiles DPS off what you could be doing. I think Enhance, like, it did sort of matter at a certain point, but like if you were just doing like delves or heroic dungeons or even like low level mythic dungeons, you were doing enough damage it didn't matter. There's a lot of you need to proc this to do this, so you can do this. But Ellie's was pretty straightforward, right? You wanted to you applied your flame shock, and then you wanted a lava burst whenever lava burst was up, and you were fishing for more lava bursts when you lightning bolted.
Someone who understands.
I do.
It was so bad they wanted to make sure we had to do frost shock.
My friends call me Nitankashpa.
By the time I leveled, let's see. I guess it depends on the expansion. I know in Midnight, or not in Midnight, and the Dragonflight, you definitely wanted to do the frost shock build. They just started discover. Ooh, okay, cool. We've not been finding these. We've been finding a lot of the other stuff, but that's because we get maps of the other stuff. We've not been finding those. So we'll definitely make use of that. Still a part of War Within. They did. By the time I leveled my Ellie Shaman to max level, you no longer did the Frost Shock build. On either Enhance or Ellie. Which I agree was. Because it was weird. Because it was like you would. But I don't know if it's that way. It is still. Like, so don't go back and then find out that it's that thing and blame me. Please. Because, like, the annoying thing about it for Ellie was, like, it was attached to a cooldown that you would press the frost shock, so you needed to make sure frost shock was somewhere usable, but not, like, I don't know how everyone, like, people do it differently, but, like, I'll keep my 1 through 6. Usually it's 1 through 4, really. Of like my main rotational abilities. But like Ellie had so many main rotational abilities that like Frost Shock would go on like 6, and then I wouldn't press it for 75% of the fight. Okay. We learned our new song. We're gonna watch this view. I gotta be a piss boy. So I'm gonna be right back, run this ad. See you guys in 3 minutes. See you soon. I am very confused. Hello, I'm back. I have to go to manually run the ads early. I go to my dashboard on Twitch, which also has a chat window up, and the chat window says while I was gone that Faith rated. But if I look at my events, Faith rated me 2 hours ago. And obviously it's not showing that in the chat here. So I'm very confused why dashboard's saying that. But anyway. Let's go to more altars, I guess. Yeah, we should probably
Over here, boy.
ride our way there because these are a little further spread out. Yo, the Coca-Cola ad this year is AI again? What the Why? What about how that ad went last year makes them think, like... Well, this is all a ploy to show how much AI's improved in a year, which, don't get me wrong, AI has improved in the last year. I'm not, like... I'm a fucking certified hater, but I'm not that certified of a hater. Like, I understand it's improving. But, like, it doesn't mean it's good or that you shouldn't just fucking pay people. Oh, was that it? Wait. AI is good, but it should be a tool of assistant creation. I wouldn't even go that far. Although I know people do use it, like creators that do use it as that. The reason I wouldn't go that far is like, when it's a tool that's used to assist creation, eventually you don't need someone who's actually skilled to like, once it assists creation, then you still take away the level of skill that you need to create in the first place, and we don't want to reward that. Shima Coast. Okay, Teshio Ridge, which I think that's where we are. Crank pointed out a long time ago that we do have a shortcut for listen. And I've wondered, and I'm assuming that that's what that survival thing is. What do I want? Don't do the storm stuff. Dual katana heavy attacks automatically parry pull. Fuck! Why did I never look at this? I don't even want to look at what else is available, because I definitely want that. Strong sweeping Kirsagon and focus attack before enough roll, then counter yellow attacks. Ooh. Ooh, we're gonna want that too. But I'm glad I took the thing I took. Okay. But their next 2 points go to this. Because the assassination no longer costing spirit to perform is, like, insane. It's going to make our stealth game so much better. We absolutely could camp to restore our spirit, but... I get what they were going for with making, like, the whole camp thing a minigame. And I'm sure there's people that really like it, and that's just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it's better the game to have it. But man, I don't want to camp because I don't even want to skip it. I just don't want to do it at all. I feel bad every time I skip it. Ooh. Let's get some more spirit back.
You walk on cursed land. Killing you is the only mercy we can give. Our souls will be Kanemori's payment for what was done.
Speak for yourself.
Trust me. To die is better than to live with Kanemori's curse.
I'll take my chances.
Ooh. I messed up the timing on that. Alright.
You're using two swords. You must be destined.
Cool.
Untie me, stranger.
Fine.
Over here.
I'll untie you. You're a doctor, you said?
The absolute gall. I am a man of medicine.
What did they want?
It's what they didn't want that's the problem. The men in this camp are sick, but those brutes refuse to let me see them.
Those Ronin spoke of a curse.
There is no such thing as a curse, and I will prove it.
Oh.
I was looking through here when they found me.
Help me pull it down.
Why would they board it up like this?
We'll find out soon enough.
I do!
Time to head
This is a nitpick of all nitpicks. Like, it is not going to probably affect my overall feeling about the game
What happened here?
once I beat it.
This looks
Like a fight broke out.
Check around. Let's find out what
I
happened.
do kind of dislike, there's this thing of like, hey, you can pull these boards down. But, like, there's two versions of it. There's a version you can pull down yourself, and there's another version where you need someone to do it with you. And as far as I can tell, they look exactly the same.
Never seen banners like
And
this
so,
before.
until you come up on them and then realize you need someone to do it with you. Now, first of all, it's annoying because it's like, oh, this is an open world game, except we're gonna have these areas that you can only go as part of some quest. Which, I get that every open world game has, but like, usually it's less obvious. I don't like when it's that obvious of like, hey, here's this thing, and you can start to interact with it, but then you can't. Unplayable? True. But also, man, just make it look different than the, like there's another thing they have, which does look different, is there'll be these ledges that are super high up that you can't get to yourself. And that's very clearly, oh, I'm going to lift someone up there, or someone's going to lift me up there. And like, you know, at the very least, I'm like, I'm annoyed that, hey, it's an open world game, but here's this place that I don't get to go without being part of some quest. But at the very least, like, I can look at it from a distance and be like, oh yeah, that's not something I can do. But those, like, you have to walk up to them. The Curse of Kanemori. Kanemori, the two-faced indeed. Like his mask, one moment he bears the face of our beloved leader, the next he is a demon out for blood, including ours. We will not survive exile and Atsu like this. We must strike. A lord must die by our hand. God forgive us. Gods forgive us. Curse of Ketamine.
This mentions their lord. Kanemori the Two-Faced. He was killed by his own men.
That doesn't explain what happened here. We should keep looking. Over there, by the fallen wall.
Look for a way through.
I have some black powder.
And I have flint.
Spark the fuse, and we'll blast our way through.
Alright. Okay. I was like, if they make me do the minigame, I'm skipping it.
What's a healer doing with black powder?
Cauterizes most wounds in a pinch.
True!
Grave markers.
A lot of dead soldiers.
Quick, does anyone read Japanese?
Something written on the wall.
Here we lie, traitors to our lord. Kanemori was a man with two faces. One driven by honor.
It says,
the other twisted by bloodlust. We took his life. And in payment, he cursed our souls. They thought they were cursed for
I'll leave it to the other
betraying
guy.
their lord.
Yes, but not calligraphy and not that much kanji. Fair.
We will find a reasonable explanation. If we keep looking. There's more of the camp up there.
I'll boost you up.
See?
Come on. Don't be afraid.
Very clearly, I can't make that myself.
There has to be something.
Yeah, I got it. It says,
explains all of
D's
this.
nuts in your mouth.
Don't you
Damn! I can't believe Sir Space Mimikyu got me like that.
Surely something up here will reveal what got these men sick.
Look around.
I was about to say, SMRT. Probably not supposed to go out because I'm looking around here. What's in here?
A charm. Maybe Kanemori's. Feels tainted by what happened here.
What else am I looking for? No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing whatever this is. Oh, there we go. The illness is spreading. Those who don't die go mad. Some began killing the others, then ran for the caves at the edge of Nyoro Wilds. Nyoro? Our Lord cursed us with his last breath, screamed out for our souls. What have we done?
It says some of Kanemori's men got sick. The survivors went mad and started attacking the others. They ran to some caves on the other side of the river.
The poor souls turned on each other in their delirious state.
Set up your average Metroidvania plot.
That's it. If there aren't any survivors who need me, I'm leaving this vile place.
You're not curious what made these men sick?
All I know is it is not a curse. It simply can't be.
Guilt can be its own kind of curse.
I will take your word for it. Farewell, stranger.
He
Let's
knows
hope
nothing
neither
of guilt.
us were afflicted with this curse. Sickness! I mean sickness!
Oh, no. How much do you actually believe your own words? The face of a master. Kills earn a minor amount of spirit, but your maximum health is reduced. Ooh. Wait, this upgrades. Can I see what it does? Where is that one? Let's see what it does at each level? No, I can't. Oh, it's gonna be the how much spirit I get. No, I'm not reducing my maximum health. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. All types of assassination regain a moderate amount of health. Yes. Moderate increase the maximum health. Yes. Perfect parries regain a moderate amount of health. We'd like that. Because apparently we're actually doing really good at those. You'd wear if you were good at the game. True, but I'm not good at the game. Major chance to gain one spirit when staggering an enemy with a katana. We'd like that. And then automatically loot assassinated enemies. We'd love that. God, we love automatically looting assassinated enemies. Anything that lets me automatically loot people I kill, like in any game, fucking one of my favorite add-ons. Alright, I think I'm going up here, right? I mean, that's where the bird's going. Oh yeah, we're definitely going up here. Went from yellow paint to cum. Bird shit. Also, there's yellow paint. Look. Like, genuinely. This is to tell me that there's a shrine nearby. Are these Buddhas? I think they're Buddhas, right? Maybe they're not Buddhas. Splash, help me out. Boobas. I like genuinely was like, they're not Buddhas. The more I look at them, the more I'm like, fuck, I think I'm wrong. I think these are Buddhas. But I don't know at this time if that would be right. They're Buddhas? Okay. That way looks like the way we're supposed to go, so we're going the other way. Wait, fuck. This way looks like the way we're supposed to go. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you know what? There's no statues this way. This is the way. This is not the way we're supposed to go. That's my justification. If I'm wrong, well. Then Mim can make fun of me. Oh! I was right. Tea for the weary traveler. Drink mindfully, reflect in the waters. The gods' messengers will come to listen. If you're wrong, 20 gift subs. Damn. A wooga. But you know what? Because I was right. 1 gift sub.
JKL Harris smells like syrupy waffles. Saying he smells good?
JKL Harris gifted a tier 1 sub to Sir_Mimikyu.
Reflect on the touch of another. AKA the touch of Sir_Mimikyu.
Wish I had company in here. It's been too long since I've laid with someone. Maybe it's better this way.
Freeloading? Fuck yeah. Look at that. 16 months never paying for your own sub. Just kidding. I think you've paid for your own sub before. I think. Maybe not. And if so, hell yeah. 16 months. Paid for half of them? Fuck yeah. Alright, and now the message is gone. Hello, dear. I get to pet the deer? Ow. Alright. Time to go the right way. Bow before I play, thank you. Alright, we now need to go down to Sanagama. So, strong sweeping Kusanagama, focus attack performed after a roll that can counter yellow glint attacks. So, we roll, triangle, and then if there's someone doing yellow glint attack, we counter it. Hell yeah. One of the biggest areas of disbelief in gaming I don't mind crossing is heavily reducing fall damage like that. Same. I don't mind fall damage as a game mechanic. It lets you, like, make verticality matter in your design of your space. I don't know if level design is just the correct word anymore, because, like, obviously you're not building levels, you're building, like, worlds. But, yeah, Dark Souls fall damage versus, say, Elden Ring. Like, you still, in Elden Ring, you still, like, can't do, there's still places you can't, like, try and go. But you at least get to explore a little bit more. Honestly, like, I don't even mind the, like, Breath of the Wild approach of just, like, yo, what if we gave everybody, like, what if we gave you a way to slow fall? Like, anywhere. Because, like, I've been playing, like, I've mentioned a few times, I've, like, played a lot of Horizon Forbidden West over the weekend, and, Aloy gets the Shield Wing, which is basically lets her, like, slow fall from anywhere. And man, there's just so many times where, like, when I'm playing this game and I'm, like, at a cliff and I'm like, I have to find the fucking slow way down. Like, right there. And occasionally this game, like, will give you, like, a post with rope around it, and it lets you just, like, fast travel to the bottom of wherever you are. And that's, like, not, like, an acceptable compromise. But every once in a while, I'm just like, oh, let me just jump off the edge and slow fall to the bottom. Like, I've already done the tricky part. Like, reward me by just letting me go. I don't think you have anything for me. But yeah, the change in fall damage going from Dark Souls 1 to Elden Ring was very, very much appreciated and needed and all that stuff. Because I want to say, like, even as...
Let him go.
Ah, just who we were looking for. You'll die for all the Oni raiders you've killed. They were our friends.
Your friends were weak.
Might still be alive if they knew how to fight.
I'll have your tongue for that. For the Oni!
Oop.
The one Lord Saito is after.
Hey, the parry already coming into effect. Oop. Alright, we got a Yari, this guy to the right. And then this last guy was just Katana, right? Yeah. Well, now he's shooting at me. Oh, nope. Yari. Yeah, they dyed like 10 shirts on old school Star Trek. Nice red. No kidding. I almost just read it the way I knew you meant, but then I was like, there's some people in this chat that I always read their messages as they wrote them, even if I know what they meant. I should probably do it to you too.
Learn my lesson. I will never lie about knowing you again.
Good. You got lucky this time.
I know, and I am grateful. Thank you.
Wow, I know. It's more that I do. It's more if I do it to more people than the one person that I know I do it to, and I really shouldn't be doing it to. It doesn't feel as targeted. But I should stop doing it to everyone. Okay. Rip. Oh. We can find more of this guy's men here. Maybe we find out why they're not cursed. I'm gonna not be on horseback for this because I'm in the area. And like there, I didn't like that I was on horseback coming into that fight. I haven't got to stealth kill anyone yet today, have I? Which, ooh, what happened here? This is where I'm going, right? Yeah. Ooh, these crows are just like... Where are they? Are they up here? The caves. They did say they sealed someone in. Is that them?
Quiet! We've got a visitor.
Who? Stealth them in that clunky armor. Show Henry how it's done. I almost called him Henri because of the one joking time.
Sounds like someone's hurt inside, or worse.
Nothing that concerns you.
That's a lot of screaming.
Our brothers are cursed, gone mad, and we will be next if anyone opens these doors.
So what you're saying is I should open these doors. I could take them all. In a fight.
Hands off, stranger! Kill her before she lets the madness out!
Can I murder this guy, please? Thank you. Oop. Jesus. Oh, wolf? Wolf! This motherfucker switched from... I definitely released. Okay. We're gonna kill the guy that does not have the that doesn't get countered by the katana, so I can. Oh right, my charms upgrade even if I'm not have them equipped. Good.
Behind those doors.
Oop. Can I end your suffering? Wait, what? Why can't I end your suffering? What the fuck? Why can't I end your suffering? Fine. I'll go see what's behind these doors. More people to murder? Can I end your suffering? Hell yeah.
Are they praying to something?
Huh. I am supposed to murder them. Let's start with this one.
Kill her before Kanemori's curse takes her soul.
Ow. No. Does he want to do war crimes? No. It's not a war crime. Ronin don't have rights. Especially Ronin that use guns.
They thought they were cursed by Kanamori, but what were they doing in here?
Well,
you must be Kanamori. And you're holding a charm. Hopefully it's not cursed, like everything else you touch.
kills regain a minor amount of health, but you take increased damage. Fuck no. I'm not good at this game. I can't do that. Also, if I was good at this game, I wouldn't need to regain health. We brought Kanamori's remains from our camp across the river. We prayed for forgiveness for what we did to him. But still, we can't sleep. Food tastes like ash as our minds slip away. Kanamori, the Two-Faces, curse us. He won't rest until we join him in death.
A cruel fate for Kanamori the Two-Faced, and the men he cursed.
Alright. Let's get out of here. Maybe we get to murder even more people on the way out? That's something? That is something. Coin. And then that looks like copper? Metal of some kind? What is this? Copper. I was right the first time. What do I get for doubting myself? Man. This is all main quest stuff, I think. Oh, but there is hot spring up here. Well, let's join Husi. Or meal at our home. Why can't I call my horse here?
Let's go.
I'm missing one person from my wolf pack. Upgrades for you, has a task for you. Ooh. Yeah, but who's this person? Actually, hold on. Shido Ridge. That's where we are, right? We're in... How do I... What the fuck do I tell? Oh, Teshio. Yeah. So Teshio River, Teshio Coast. Why would I camp? I'm literally at full stamina, or full spirit, and full health. I guess maybe there's like an event to pop up, but...
Uchi's son.
If you're looking for my mother, she's not here.
Uh-oh.
You two are still fighting.
All I asked was that she share some of her burden. She has an entire community waiting to return a lifetime of favors.
Where did she run off to this time?
She's collecting herbs where the mountain overlooks the 3 hills. She should have been back by now. But if I go looking for her, it'll start a debate I can never win.
I'll find her for you. Besides, she promised me a meal.
Thank you.
Alright. grab this mushroom.
Seen quite the harvest this season. Yes, yes. There is
That's
to hunt too, and our fish nets are full. The family visit frequent.
all right. Time to go for a little ride. By little, I mean I think I immediately get off and climb this. Got creamy ice? Hell yeah.
Uchi ought to be here somewhere.
Uchi. Husi. I realized the other day, like I don't eat ice cream that much anymore because, you know, diabetes. But every once in a while. I'm gonna tell the story first, then we'll go get her because I see her down there. I realized like my favorite brand growing up of ice cream, specifically on it, it doesn't say ice. It has what was the term on it? It was like frozen dairy treat or something like that. And I'm like very confused of what. Like I'm sure it's something in how it's made that it no longer gets to be called ice cream, but I'm like confused of what it would be. It still tastes really good. But I like it's very specific to the point of I'm like, oh, it's not allowed to be called ice cream anymore. Why? Actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I'm Googling it. It says frozen dairy dessert because they don't meet the U.S. FDA standards for ice cream, which requires a minimum of 10% milk fat. Products label is frozen. Well, that's the AI result. It's at least 50% air. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. That's even worse than I thought. The ice cream brand that I grew up eating, I realized looking at the label of it like in this past week, it says frozen dairy dessert instead of ice cream. It doesn't say ice cream anywhere on there. And that's apparently because, like, milk fat needs to be, like, 10% of its contents for it to be considered ice cream. And it's not. And part of that is because, like, so much of the content is apparently air.
Over here.
Your ankle.
Which makes sense. Like,
does it hurt?
It's very light and fluffy. It's probably one of the reasons I like it. But also...
Listen.
A bear cub?
Exactly.
You know how American cheese slices are mostly American cheese product? Yeah.
In need, the Ainu have a duty to offer our Kotanas refuge.
You're not rescuing anything with that ankle. I'll check the cliffs. You stay here.
She's not going to listen to you. She's as stubborn as you are and has way more experience doing it.
I've dealt with bears before, Hoochie. Experience should earn a person trust, not doubt. Remember?
Using my own words against me. How rude.
Spanish mushrooms and cheese my omelet? Ooh. What cheese are your guys' go-to for omelets, by the way?
You said the Ainu have a duty to take in the cubs?
Bears are Kimukamwi, one of the most respected spirits amongst my people.
So I was thinking about the other day when I, like,
with us as well?
was coming up with a custom omelet instead of my usual, and usually only have cheddar. I used to, like, be a big fan of pepper jack, where I was like, oh, I really like pepper jack, so I want that on my omelets. But then I realized I would never actually taste the pepper jack in my omelets, and so I've switched to cheddar because, like, at least I can actually taste the cheddar in my omelet.
We make quite the pair.
I guess we do.
Okay, this is the way I'm supposed to be going. But she's there. Swiss would be good. My dad loves Swiss cheese, so yeah, that's what he gets on his omelets. I don't hate Swiss. Oh, I don't hate Swiss cheese, but like,
Let's hope this cub's mother isn't around.
I like it on specific things. Wait, where am I? Shit. Oh no.
A rock slide. The cub's mother. She tried to run from the rocks.
No. Yeah. Swiss on my omelets, not my favorite. But yeah, definitely what my dad does. My dad puts Swiss cheese on his pizza.
Scary, huh?
My dad loves Swiss cheese.
Huchi says people in Kamui are supposed to help each other, but it's hard to trust anyone when you're all alone. Music always helped me feel less scared.
Do we get a song for bears?
You'd like to hear a song.
Oh, we just get to play Atsu's song. I wonder if this works on bears. We should... I don't know if Personas is live yet, or if he's going live today. He usually goes live on Mondays, but maybe he's taking the day off. But if he is, we should come in with Atsu's song and see if it works on him.
See? Not scary at all. Let's take you to Huchi.
I think like getting it mostly now. My friend has it, and we need the sandwiches, so I do turkey and Swiss.
That's it.
How the fuck am I getting the bear down? Okay, yeah, we're going this way. You furries? That's my line. It's stream night, him and Astral bringing the day they met. Oh, hell yeah!
Almost there.
Aw. I've heard the story of their first date. It's super cute.
Go on. It's more fun than it looks.
Gay? It is. I know you're saying that to the day of the story that met, but oh, and it is. Yep. But also, it worked perfectly.
Like the smell of fish, don't you?
Imagine being in a relationship. I thought we were in a relationship. A relationship of being friends. Which I know is not what you meant.
Let's not waste the meal. We can make our way back in the morning.
All right.
... I know. I'm sorry.
Everything exists because it has a role to play in this world. Mine has been to help my people. But now that my body betrays me, it feels as if everyone has decided I am of no use at all.
Does your son know you feel this way?
He should worry about improving his fishing skills, not his mother. The fish really don't like him.
Roles can change.
Boomer.
What about you?
Yeah, it's frustrating because it's like,
in this world?
yes, your body's betraying you. So that's when you start using your mind, because That's the thing you've been building up all these years that hopefully isn't betraying you. If that's also betraying you, then that's, you know,
Let us not rob ourselves
that's a whole
of
other
rest.
story. But like, come on. Use your brain.
We made it.
Respect that your body's betraying
Now
you.
what? The cub must choose to make our kotan its home. So,
I'd imagine being in a relationship, but either just making depressed to say fuck no, or oh baby, depends on the day and mood.
Kamui visits our home. Go on. Eanianaka lametokolo peneksa.
What happens if the bear chooses to stay?
They will live with an elder, taken care of by the village as one of our own.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look more. You know what? I'm opening a tab with this.
I will hunt so you never go home.
I knew
and have
bear
only the best tasting of
cubs.
our food.
Isn't it dangerous to keep them when they are grown?
It is tradition to end its life in a Iomante ceremony.
Holy shit. Okay, there's a lot of links. I'm gonna look at this later, but like, there's stuff from much older than this game talking about it. So I feel pretty confident that it is genuinely real thing and not just they're gonna kill the bear. I'm not gonna say what one of the links starts with. Oh, just missed them talking about it? Don't worry. The first link.
From whence it came.
An Ainu ceremony of Hokkaido and Sakhalin in which a hand-raised brown bear cub is ceremonially killed.
I am Humiyaste. I will tell you stories of the Ainu so you will never be bored.
Still, it must be hard to see them go.
They would have died tomorrow if left alone in the woods.
That is
Now
true.
they will live for many years, loved and at peace. They will take our kindness and gratitude with them to all other Kamui when they pass. It is our way, just like your people have theirs.
Assume it's kill it now and then it's just waste, or let it live and then let the village use it even further and honor it. Yeah. I would...
As an elder, I offer my humble home and the promise to care for you as I would my own family.
I think knowing what I know, like, with today's knowledge, which, granted, I don't know everything about bears that there's known today, not even close. But, like, with a rough understanding of evolution, all that stuff is, like,
We should rest that ankle. I can
let it
gather
stay in the
food.
wild.
I have
It's probably gonna die.
everything we need.
And that's unfortunate. But,
Maybe you can find my son. Ask if he'd like to join us. He's usually fishing this time of day.
but,
I'll find him.
like, if it lives, then great. That's a very resilient bear. You want to encourage that in the breeding pool. And, like, if it doesn't live, that's, you know,
Takema, my friend, over here.
probably, again, for the best. Oh, no, I want to collect this. Polar bears will fuck you up. Yeah, there's quite a few bears that you don't want to do this with, but I'm assuming these bears are not on Hokkaido. This is the Ainu. This is apparently a thing that Ainu do. And yeah, like, bears? Even the bears that will fuck your shit up, like,
Over here, Siturainu.
their goal is to, like, put away enough food with using as little energy as possible. When pandas aren't fucking lazy, they'll fuck you up. But we're talking about bears.
I hear you and Huchi welcomed the cub to the Kotan.
She is cooking a meal to celebrate. You should come. Talk to your mother. She might have more to say than you know.
Oh, I'll grab the salmon. Take these. If she's cooking, these herbs are her favorite. I never thanked you for keeping my mother safe.
Also, when are pandas fucking?
Someone's help, even if it isn't mine.
Sometimes you get used to doing things on your own. But she's always known you care for her.
I appreciate you saying
That's the
that.
problem. True. Sorry, I just read it again. I'm like, when pandas aren't fucking. I'm like, I know there's other words after that, but it's even funnier if the sentence ends there.
Sit, Turainu. I set up for dinner by the fire.
Boo! I don't need cheap viewers. My viewers are free.
And herbs. Maybe I will just take the food and head inside. You two have a lot to talk about.
You're cheap? I know.
It appears my son has finally caught a sizable salmon. It will go well with these herbs.
They give me the power of the banhammer tonight, right?
Siturainu.
Think of all the fun Crank missed.
Call me that.
It means one who is easily lost in the hunt. I am not blind to what you do with the weapons you carry. But like me, maybe you can find a better path. Oh. My son wanted me to give you this as a thank you.
What was it?
He really cares for you. What will you two do now?
I continue to help my people. Pass on what I know. With the help of my son. And the Khotan. Every lone wolf needs a pack.
It smells good.
We'll get some good meat in you. You look like the wind will snap you like a twig.
Huh.
Alright, what did we get? Thoughts on the ocean hat.
A good meal and
Of Ainu make, a gift from Hutsu's son for helping him and his mother reconnect.
Quiet without Hoochie around.
Hoochie. Hoochie. Why do I keep doing Hoochie? It's Hoochie. What is this? Share meal. Cool. No Steam. When I press the PlayStation button, I'm not trying to open you. Alright. Got an ad coming up in what, 10 minutes? 5 minutes and 53 seconds? Oh my god, the timing. All right. I don't know how much longer she's going to go, because she's not usually streaming this late. But I'm going to take the opportunity to raid Ducky, the Ghost Ducky, when I get the chance. She is playing Persona 5 Royale, which, you know, I'm sad Craig's not here to be part of this raid, because he'll know what's going on. But she's always an entertaining watch. Quack? Yeah. Quack. I enjoy her raid. Her raid message has got any grapes, which, you know, such a dumb joke, but I love it. So anyway, let's go raid Ducky. If you enjoy her content, please give her a follow. You will, I promise you'll enjoy it. If you enjoy the little bit you see today, you'll keep enjoying it. She plays a bunch of story games as well. Ducks Fly Together. Ooh. Might have to get her that one. Get her onto that one too. I'm sure she knows that one. She's a boomer like us. Part of the faith friend circle, and very entertaining person. Enjoy hanging out there a lot. So see you guys over there. Wednesday I should still be streaming. There's gonna be a big asterisk on that though, because Europa Universalis 5 comes out tomorrow. And everything I've been seeing is apparently that game's crack. And I'm definitely gonna be playing it tomorrow. And there's a chance Wednesday I might just be playing it instead of streaming it. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. I want to stream Ghost of Yōtei until we finish. I have considered that the last, series that I did that was just for YouTube was EU4, and maybe I should do an EU5 series as my return to YouTube. You'll stream it for me. I might stream it for Vibe. So if you're not in Vibe and don't know what that is, get wrecked. But anyway, we're gonna go raid. I'll see you guys over in Duckies. Thanks for watching.
Might affect the trial results. Oh well, let's get into the critical trial. I don't think my bond with Tsushima was even just yet. What are you gonna do? Want to hang out with her?